A segment is 2 points and all the infinite points in between. So you write a segment with 2 capital letters, A, B, no commas, and a segment bar above it. So BC would be all the points between B and C and including BC. What you don't want to do is have A, comma, B. Or you don't want to have 3 letters, A, B, C, in a segment bar. It's always 2 letters with a segment bar above. A ray has an end point or a starting point, whatever you want. I think the book says end point, but to me it's a starting point. And it extends infinitely, that's why there's an arrow, in one direction. So if this is AB, I write it as AB. A is where it starts, and you put a ray above it. The rays for notation always go to the right. BA is a totally different ray. So BA would look like this. That way. BA and AB are different rays. One starts at A and goes towards B. This one starts at B and goes towards A. That's different than a segment. Up here, a segment, AB is the same thing as BA. BC is the same thing as CB. So you need to be really careful with the notation. Again, no commas, so don't do something like this, AB. Okay, make sure the arrow always goes to the right. Make sure the first letter is always the starting point. It could go this way as well. Just because the ray goes this way, your notation is still going to be CB. Okay, down here for the example, name 3 segments. So there's a bunch of different segments you can name. I could name AB, comma, CD, comma, EB, comma. There's a whole bunch of different ones. Name 2 rays that are the same. In order for rays to be the same, they need to have the same endpoint. So I'm going to go with, I'll use C. And they need to be going in the same direction. So I'm going to pick that I go this way. So same endpoint, so ray would be C, go towards D, so I'll call it D. Second one would be C, go towards D, but this time it passes through E. So CD and CE are the exact same ray. They both start at C and they go this way because they both extend infinitely. Next one, name 2 pairs of opposite rays. Opposite rays have the same endpoint, but they go in opposite directions, and they have to make a line. So again, I'm going to start at C. So CE goes that way, it starts at C. CA goes the opposite way, and together CE and CA make a line. Another example could be BD. The ray BD is opposite with, go the opposite way, start at B, BA, ray on top. Skew lines are non-coplanar and they never intersect. So if I have AB, a line that's skew with it could not be on the top part, could not be on the top of this diagram. So it could not be AH, HJ, JC, or BC. So a skew line has to be on a different plane, so I'm going to use HF. HF is skew, so AB is non-coplanar with HF. Even though H is on the same plane as AB, F is not, so they're non-coplanar. So those are skew. Another set could be DE, the line DE, and then I'm going to have something else that's on the other side. I could not use JE, CJ, or DC. I could use CB. So I'm going to say the line CB is skew with DE. These two are skew, these two are skew. Parallel lines are the lines that are coplanar and they never intersect. So if I take AB, let's see, it's kind of hard to tell if AB and CJ are parallel, so I won't use that because I can't really tell if that's parallel or not. But how about I start with AG? So AG is parallel to BI because these two are both on the black back plane, and which is parallel to HF. There's actually a lot of sets of parallel lines here, and JE. Those are parallel. And I'll do a couple examples down here. So MN, what would that be skew with? So what's on an opposite plane and never is going to intersect? I would say OP. That's one example. There's many examples. LQ would also work to be skew with that. Actually, that would be it for those two. Now, parallel planes, if I have MN, or parallel lines, MN is parallel to LO, MN is parallel to RS, and MN is parallel to QP. Okay, name two segments that are parallel to XR. So here is XR. It's telling me that it wants to name a segment, so I need to use segment notation. So YZ, the segment is parallel, and also SQ, the segment is parallel. TV would also work, so I'll put TV. Oops, not array, segment, oops, TV. Okay, 2, what is the intersection of SQV, this is a plane, and QRZ, this is a plane. Remember, 3 letters make a plane. So SQV is the bottom. I'm going to shade that. QRZ is the right side. I'm going to shade that. 2 planes intersect at a line. So you need to use a line notation. So the notation is the line QV. Or obviously VQ, you could write it too. Name 2 lines that are skew to SQ. So SQ is right here. Something that skew is non-coplanar and doesn't intersect. So YT, and it says name a line, so I need to put YT with a line over it. And ZV would work. ZV, put a line over it. What is a plane parallel? It's got to be a plane parallel to RVQ. So I'm going to shade RVQ, which is this side right here. What's a plane that would never intersect that plane? Well, it's going to be this plane over here. So when I'm naming a plane, and you can use 3 or 4 letters, all capital, no space, no commas. So XYT is one way you can name it. You could also name it XSTV or TY, same thing. Second one, or number 5, name 2 skew lines to YZ. So here's YZ. Skew would be non-coplanar, doesn't intersect. So RQ, now I need to name a line, so I put a line bar underneath it. And also XS works, the line XS. Draw a point U that is coplanar with STV. So where's STV at? STV is the bottom. So draw a point U. So I'm just going to put a U on this plane. And then number 7 says shade the left side of the figure. This is the front, this is the right, so this has to be the left. It's already shaded, so just so you can see it right here, it's shaded. That's the left. Okay, what is the intersection, so where do they cross, of the line YT, so I'm going to draw YT, and TS, draw TS. 2 lines that intersect at a point. So the point that they intersect is T. Name two parallel planes, two planes that never intersect. So I'm going to choose the front and the back. So the front, to name it, take 3 points or 4 points. Do not put a comma in between the letters. So X, S, Q is parallel with the back, which is Y, T, Z. And what is the intersection of the plane? Remember, when two planes intersect, you get a line. So I'm going to shade X, Y, T. This is getting kind of ugly. And I'm going to shade in black Y, Z, X. So Y, Z, wait, X, Y, T, Z, Y, Z, X. Oh, it's the top. So where the black and the red come together is at the line. The line is YZ, so you need to write a line YZ. Or actually ZY is fine too. Oh, I put XZ. X, Y, and YX. This is YX. And the last one, name two skew lines to QV. So QV is right here. So skew has to be non-coplanar and doesn't intersect. So I'm going to do this line, which is XS, and this line right here, which is YT.